ahead. Oh, yes. Oh, shit. I almost ended it before we even got started. That would have been sick. God damn.
That was hilarious.
That would have been that would have
started
been
again.
But yes. The question of the week, brother JT, go ahead and ask it.
Is Sexy Red music trash?
So I'm not gonna lie, I've maybe heard, honestly, maybe like 3 songs. And I realized at the very beginning, I was like, oh, this is music not for me. So there's no point of me listening to it. If I am with my lady, which I know she would never listen to it. No, she has listened to it. Do I think it's trash? Nah, I'm going to say no.
Okay. Would I ever listen to Sexy Red in my own personal time? Absolutely not. If I am outside surrounded by a lot of women and we in a nice environment when the drink's flowing, it's a great time. So I can't complain. She does a job.
Dom, what you got?
Yes. So yes or no. Because like it's a market for that, like the ratchet people love that shit. I really don't care for it. But if I'm at a ratchet bar drinking, Sexy Red playing, and some girls dancing and doing ratchet shit, I love it.
Damn.
It is trashy at first, but it starts getting catchy.
Shout out to your girl. Shout out to your girl.
I did not participate in those shenanigans.
I could have swore up and down you have listened to it at least one time. I apologize, my love.
She said, "Why you lied on my name?"
Put that shit on me.
and you know what? Let's start the show.
Why you asking a dumb question like that? Why you bald? Why you ugly?
Man.
Salutations. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to volume. What number are we at, Nolo?
166.
166 of the Black Guy Wrestling Podcast. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I am currently in this serial killer-like setting, hence a different environment. So if I don't make it through the show, if the screen goes black, you already know what the vibes are. But this is a special show because, like I said, we don't do guests on this show. We do co-hosts. So let's go ahead and get the proper introductions out the way. I, of course, the Professor, Scotland Underwood.
It is me, Solo Nolo, a.k.a. Rally Dangerously.
Rally Dangerously. One time for Chaz. Shout out to DMac.
Yes,
those brothers are right now on assignment. But like I said, we have 2 special co-hosts. These 2 brothers, we've been rocking with these boys for quite some time, man. Like I said, probably met these brothers live in Philly a couple months ago at WrestleMania weekend. But like I said, the things that they are doing right now are big time. They are constantly outside, constantly on stage. They are in the groups that you need to be a part of. Ladies and gentlemen, we have JT from Marks with Mike, Dom from Powerbomb, Jutsu, my brethrens. What is going on?
What up?
I mean, you know, laying in the cut like a band-aid per usual. Very happy to be here as a co-host. Been watching y'all growth. Episode 166. Wishing y'all much success. Man, let's get this thing popping, man.
Yeah, right back to y'all, man. Right back to y'all, because like I said, y'all have been like the group and organization that y'all got clicked up has been some of my favorite content going forward. So, you know, obviously nobody really cares about the graps like that. We care about y'all too. Can y'all explain to the people, like, when did the partnership form? Like, when did y'all's podcast first really get rocking? You know, for anybody that may be watching us that have never tapped in with y'all, this is y'all chance.
Dom, you want to take this one?
Yeah, like our podcast started probably like about Wrestle Kingdom 9, I think, during that time. Yeah, it was like, okay, I was almost out of wrestling, so I was like, let's do a podcast. Darrell hit me up on Twitter, like, let's do a podcast. Our homie Taiwan hit us up, like, let's record, and we started recording. Then we got B Young, start rocking with us for a while. Then he became a co-host. Then I met JT at a wrestling show probably about 6-7 years ago. And me and B at the show, I'm like, man, that's JT from Marks for Mike. I'm on my phone. If I'm at a wrestling show, I'm constantly on my phone, either texting or getting footage. And my exact words was like, who's this nigga? He's like, that's JT. So JT had 2 belts on at the wrestling show, stunting. And I'm texting, I was like, oh, okay. And we went up to him, started talking. We exchanged numbers, and then we like chopped it up and became like homies since.
Yeah,
like brothers almost.
Yeah, that's like real talk. That's like my big little brother, even though he's a little brother, but I only call him big little brother because, you know, the mindset is very grown. You know what I'm saying? So that's big little brother. But, you know, for me, Marks and Mike's kind of started out, I want to say, as a gag. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like a few brothers at work, and I was like, yo, we should just talk about wrestling. Then it started to drift away from the brothers at work because I was like, you know, I'm gonna take this shit seriously. I'm gonna start going to these shows. I'm gonna start getting inside the insights, talking to the people, talking to the wrestlers backstage, trying to, you know, get more of a concept of what is this thing that we call graps? What is this thing that we love so much? So that's how that came about. But hey, ran into Dom. I was known as the belt nigga because I had two big ass belts. And you know, I had the 2 big belts. I even did a giveaway when I did like 2 belts that I gave away, whatever. But I was able to, you know, go out, meet a lot of people, talk to a lot of people, and we end up coming across the people that we came across, and coming across Just from Get Your Podcast, another talented brother. We've been rocking probably for the past 3 years plus, maybe 4. Same thing with BK and Novocaine from Society and Pop Culture 101, and coming across them same around the time. And my homie El Cheech, co-host, we met on a plane on the way to WrestleMania 34, and that's how we became cool. So, you know, that's how it's been for us, man. So just a bunch of talented brothers and sisters coming together to, you know, to build something where we can be able to get out to the people, reach the people, not just on wrestling, not just on, you know, hip hop culture, pop culture, UFC, whatever you like. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have it there for you, you know, trying to build a community where people that are like-minded can be able to experience the things that we want to bring to you.
Without question. Because, like I said, you know, as you see that we're very much on that same kick too. That's why it was very important when we were in Philly to connect with as many people that we have talked to on the timeline. Like I said, when I saw the 2 of y'all at the House of Glory show, I was like, oh, I instantly know who these guys are, because I was like, my man is in the center and he's able to see over everybody. That's what I'm talking about.
He was at the House of Glory show because we got there late. So we get in there. We get there. Like, I didn't even notice like your shirt, your hoodie at first. And I was just like, who is this tall ass nigga in front of us? I was like, oh, never mind. I know who this is.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that House of Glory show was wild, man. We were late as fuck because we were looking for a parking space, but we ended up getting in.
Yeah, like I said, the only downside is just like I said, like Alex Shelley is one of my favorite wrestlers, and I was like, man, that match is probably gonna be the main event, and it wasn't.
Wrong.
That was the only match that we missed.
Hey, brother, if I had known that was gonna be the first match, I'd have let you and your girl out first, and then I'd have just would have got the parking spot.
It's all good, man. Like it's part of the game, I guess, but it's all good. But like I said, we really appreciate you brothers tapping in with us. Like it said, this has been a long time coming. So let's not even waste no more time. We got some grab stuff we got to talk to, and right now we are currently in the midst of the 2024 contract wars. Now, I say wars in the sense that this feels like the first year where wrestlers are going to start experiencing like kind of what we saw in the 90s in the Monday Night Wars. Like contracts are coming up. People now have opportunities to go elsewhere. But I figured we'll start with like the bare minimum and then we'll work our way up to obviously the big news that came out last night. So the first is Natalya. Natalya's contract is coming up. And want to get everybody's opinion because I've seen a lot of people discredit Natalya and like, oh, she's not really somebody you need to really pick up. I disagree. I think Natalya is undoubtedly somebody every roster should have. So starting with, let's start with Dom. Do you see Natalya leaving WWE? And if you do, where can you see her landing spot being at?
I think she can be a good fit in Impact with the women's division over there. So, like, if she leave, I won't see her in Impact, but she can help out tremendously in AEW with that roster. She can be that veteran to help guide the women and, like, teach them the good matches and stuff. But even in Japan, too, Stardom, she can go over there and, like, anywhere she goes, she's a good asset to any company because she can wrestle. Like, people discredit her all the time, but she actually is a good women's wrestler.
I call her Tito Santana because she is an incredible hand. So, like, to me, I actually would love to see her partner up with WoW. Like, obviously, she would be able to do her own thing, but like that whole structure of what they got going over in WoW, like, I feel like they could benefit with somebody like Natalya being like a trainer, a mentor, you know what I mean? Obviously, WoW, they do things a little differently. Like it's a little bit more of like true acting going on over there. Oh, yeah. But I definitely can see her playing a part. I love Impact more than anything, though. JT, what about you, bro?
So I'm gonna keep it a buck. I can see her leaving. Do I think she gonna leave? Probably not. But hold on one second. Scott Steiner must be coming because I hear sirens. I will if you hear me. But if she does leave, I personally would like to see her go. I know the clear choice answer is AEW, where everybody wants everyone to go. Go to TNA, okay? Because if it works wonders. It worked wonders for Naomi. It's worked numbers for many of people who have left, went to TNA, and eventually came back. Do I really want to see her in AEW? Not necessarily. No shade towards the AEW, but I just feel like if she got there, she'd be just another ex-WWE girl on the roster. And they may push her for like the first 5 weeks, 5 months, and she goes into obscurity. You don't see her again.
One time for Mika popping up, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But NWA and
you're
MLW,
right. You're right.
Preaching right there. She can do both of those.
She preaching. She right about that. Especially with NWA doing the territory type style thing that they're doing now. So I can see that.
It can kind of like, in a way, like that can kind of revisit like them bringing back Stampede and like having that NWA style branch. Because, like I said, they got a couple promotions up in Canada, but obviously NWA, they would need that at least one territory with like a name. And if Natalia's attached to it, Stampede would be the best one.
For sure.
What about you, Nolo?
I was gonna go with Mika got like she took it out my damn head. I was gonna say MLW, and like the way I looked at it is like if you were gonna go with like say if you're gonna do it like for herself, I think she should go to like a TNA or AAW. If she's like looking to see like how she can like grow wrestling and like help like people move and get better and grow, I think an MLW would be a perfect place to do such a thing. Even at TNA, she could do that and be like to help the train and produce and help like the younger generation get better, because a lot of people be talking bad about Natty, but she been out here training your face for a minute. So I don't know why y'all talking crazy about it. Like she ain't been getting busy for these last years, decade plus.
Can you see her being the open challenge for Jordan Grace at Against All Odds this Friday?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Because I guess my way of thinking is if WWE wants to keep Natalya, I agree with JT. I don't think she's going anywhere. But if they've now branched this gap between NXT, WWE, and TNA, like that could be a way of keeping her on, like essentially doing a trade. Like I would honestly do a trade between Natalya and Jordan Grace. And that kind of be that could be like a real, like I remember y'all were talking about Jordan Grace being the catalyst for change. That being like the first ever trade really done between two promotions in that sense, I think that'd be a game changer.
No, I like
and
that.
It'll help both.
Yeah.
It'll really help both brands. So nobody's a losing in that one.
I like that idea. Kind of like the Chappelle show with the Rachel's draft or whatever. What we do with the wrestling draft. Get Shawn Michaels up there. Hey, ain't no hustling me, Darnell. No.
So next, you know what I mean? Chad Gable, apparently his contract is coming up on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And there's been interest from other companies, as there should be, you know what I mean? It's Chad Gable, you know what I mean? But when I tell you out of everybody, there is not really a match I want to see Chad Gable have outside WWE. I don't want to see him in AEW. I don't want to see him in New Japan. I don't really want to see Chad Gable anywhere outside WWE. And I could be wrong. I could be. Probably not. But there's just not, like, to me, there's no interest in him leaving WWE. So, like, I don't foresee him leaving WWE. I actually think he is winning the Intercontinental title at Clash of Castle. But what do you guys think? Because I can't see Chad Gable doing anything outside WWE.
You mean Chad Gable in the G1 Classic?
I'm good. I think
Chad Gable in the G1 Classic one time. That's it.
I feel what you're saying though. Like you're way more intrigued than like the stories and the matches they could tell with him in WWE. Like him being like turning heel and going with it. Like I feel like there's a lot of traction there, and they can do a lot more with it.
What is, like, let's say hypothetically Chad Gable goes to AEW, right? What is it that Chad Gable can do in AEW that you can't give it to somebody else?
Ooh.
Nothing. He'd be just like Jake Haggard over there.
Oh man,
He gone too.
Yeah, he'd be just like that. It's like, yo, he can wrestle, but it's like he's really being a learning tree with Jericho or something.
I can see that.
What's that group that got the premier athletes?
Yeah.
Oh, please no. Oh God. No.
Come on, bro. Come on, Nolo. You don't want to see that Chad Gable Josh Woods match?
That's gonna
You know how I feel about Josh Woods.
That would cook, though. That would
I don't
cook.
know.
Now, I'm not saying
Steve
it's a good
Mack.
match.
Okay.
I don't care. But I don't care.
I mean, let me be real with you. Like with Chad Gable, right? Chad, see, Mika right. Chad and Ospreay, but yeah, he's a WWE guy. See, Chad, if you look at just for wrestling matches all day, you could put them in AEW because they're gonna book him to have a match that he could sell on a pay-per-view, right? But if you're looking for the interesting storylines, then you're gonna keep him in WWE because I made this point a while ago, like with Kurt Angle, right? Let's say Kurt Angle never has a WWE run and he just does New Japan. Is he as decorated as he is now without the WWE run? Do we hear more about Kurt Angle without that WWE run? Because people are in the interest of hearing about the story, right? The story is what captivates people along with the ring action, but that story is what's going to resonate in your mind longer than a match. You know what I'm saying? Like you may remember like 5 or 6 moves from that wrestling match, but you damn sure remember the whole entire story of how we got here. So Chad Gable outside WWE, do I want to see it at some point? Yes, but right now I don't want to see it. I say with Chad Gable, the next time that contract come up for renewal, I wouldn't renew. I'm going to a New Japan. I'm going to a AEW if it's still around, a TNA if it's still around, MLW if it's still around, because we are still trying to get the images of Shorty G out of our head. You know what I'm saying? We got to get rid of that.
I forgot all about that.
I did get it out of my head as you brought it back
just now.
See what I'm talking about? People remember the stories, not so much the match. They remember the stories. Now, okay, now you tell me, you name me one 5-star Shorty G match that he had with that Shorty G gimmick. I'll wait.
Oh wait, he had a banger with what's my man name? With Elias in the King of the Ring.
Okay, I give you that.
He was there. That's the only reason I remember it.
So you were there. That's different.
I could have swore he had a match during the pandemic as Shorty G, and I want to say it was with
Barry Corbin.
Hey, look, their matches were never not bad. No. Matches used to cook. No. I think I would have more interest in Chad Gable outside the WWE if Jason Jordan was still wrestling and they were still a team.
Now you cooking.
You see what I'm saying?
Now you cooking.
Yeah, like I don't want to see Chad Gable in the G1, but Alpha Academy in the real tag league. You got my interest. Now we talking.
I don't know, man. Chad Gable versus Ichi would be nice. Or him versus Jay Cobb. That'd be a good match.
Oh shoot! Look, somebody said in the comment like Josh Alexander and Gable, like that would be an incredible match.
And that's exactly why we got that forbidden door. That's why we got that forbidden door. We got it set up, alley-oop right there. You got to worry about it.
Hey, look, the Intercontinental title match at SummerSlam between Chad Gable and Otis, that's gonna feed people, man. That's gonna feed people. But the next, when it comes to the contracts, is on the other side. AEW, Penta El Zero Miedo contract coming up in August. There is interest in WWE. This created one of the weirdest dialogues I've seen on the timeline because I swear to God,
I didn't know he had so many ops, bro.
I swear to God, I have never seen a person say a bad word about Penta in the entire time we've been doing this podcast. But the second I see that WWE the conversation with that started when somebody said that 2024 Randy Orton is better than 2024 Penta.
Who the hell compares years on the current? The fuck y'all doing? Like, anybody going outside lately? It's about 78 degrees. It's 78 degrees outside. Go outside, my niggas. Like
it's nasty over here. I saw somebody say that Penta was Jey Uso but Mexican. Like it got real.
Whoa!
It got real dark. It got real dark, man.
Yo, dog, we gotta stop capping out here. That's been terrible. Why we do it? And I love Jay. We ain't gotta do that though.
Right. It's like these two different niggas, man. They moveset's completely different. You can't compare the two.
I mean, that's like trying to compare Burger King to McDonald's. Yeah, they both sell burgers, but have you actually tasted Burger King Whopper versus a McDonald's burger coming out the little grill? Tastes totally different. Same ingredients, but totally different. Yeah, niggas got to go outside. They have to go outside. They got to go touch some grass. They have to interact with people outside of the Bird app. You know what I'm saying?
The people who said these things, they are very dedicated to their Twitter app and their constant of what's going on, like comparison. I think of anybody, it's Penta has the most upside of leaving AEW. Like from a presentation standpoint, and yeah, there's a conversation to be had about like why all the luchadors are feuding with each other for the past 2 years under Triple H's regime. Like that's a conversation that could be had. But at the same time, like I've seen people say like the NXT thing is a downgrade. The NXT Penta going to NXT, I do not see that as a downgrade. If anything, I see that very much as like a perfect place for him to be.
Yo, they need more main eventers. Why not? He's the perfect. You can just slide him in quickly, and then he's a first person. Shit, for real.
Go ahead, Nolo, man. Tell him, man. Speak on him. Like, I feel that like people not understand the bigger picture, right? Oh, if he goes to NXT, do you understand that NXT getting ready to be on the CW?
CW, exactly.
Do you understand that's I don't know, national broadcasting? Do you understand that that's more households than the households without cable? So, which means that you're going to have more people. Even if he goes to a WWE and they place him inside the LWO, which God, please, I hope they don't. But at the same time, it's on a bigger stage, regardless of how you feel about this company and that company. Numbers are numbers, facts are facts. At the end of the day, more people are going to tune in to this product versus that product. So I say take a bet on yourself and come to the E.
Do you think that because like from according to
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. According to a couple shit. Oh,
that's what I'm talking about.
Give me that.
That's the one. That's the one right there.
Hey, look, him doing the Zero Miedo and then like pushing Obi in the chest instead of the face.
Man, this is
slap
Black Panther too.
Slap this
right.
Do you think, because like I said, like Penta clearly has a lot of money. Like he's got businesses, he's got like restaurants. Like apparently, if I'm not mistaken, he is the highest grossing luchador as far as like revenue of what he brings on like outside. So according to some, like Penta does not like, he does this shit for like the love of the game, right? But I'm very much like money will always talk. We're in a different era. Like under Vince, like that's not happening. But I can very much see Triple H like, yo, keep doing what you're doing. Like clearly, I do think in the next couple of years they're gonna rebranch back into like the original ideas of NXT of like having something back in the UK, Mexico, and then of course the way I see it, yes. It's a great episode time. It's a great episode time. But I can very much see that they're building, the reason why they're building like a lot of like Ray, Carlito, Santos, Andrade, and then like you add Penta, you now have 5 mega draws you could take in towards the Mexico for WWE.
Yep.
Like I think they're playing the long game when it comes to that. But do you think that AEW just never, you think they never saw the potential in Penta and to an extent Phoenix as well? Or do you think it was always a timing thing between the two of them being bigger than what they already are?
Okay. I say Phoenix, I said this on our show, Phoenix is a great wrestler, but it's kind of like a felon. He's kind of high risk when it comes in the ring. Like he's good, but he might crash and burn. You never know what we're gonna get. So like sometimes he go up and do crash and burn, gets hurt. come back, get hurt, come back, get hurt, and then Penta be by himself. And it's like Penta's cool. Like he was world champion in Impact, great run. So I think he'd benefit in WWE and what's it called NXT in the long run, because the Mexican market, there's no really a Mexican superstar down in NXT that can draw in Mexican fans. I don't think.
No, I just thought about it. There's
nobody.
Nobody.
None at all.
They took them all.
They did.
Yeah, they took them. They went up. So
They took it from us. No, but I feel it. I feel you there. I think honestly, like a Penta NXT, it's a good work. But like Don was saying, like Ray Phoenix, Ray Phoenix is really Latino Derby Allen. This nigga just be doing shit just cause. Just cause it's like, oh shit, is this a ladder? Is that a table? Let's stack these shits up and let's fall through this shit, and I'm gonna break my arm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
can I do tonight?
Yeah. What type of what type of mischief can I cause? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, but I feel that point, but I don't think it was a hit or miss with AEW. I think a lot of thing had to do with not knowing what to do with him at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because Ray Phoenix was gone for a minute. They could have put an ROH heavyweight championship on Penta. They could have put the Pure championship on him. They could have put the All Atlantic across the Pacific, across the ocean, 1706 championship. They could have did a lot of things with him, but they didn't.
Bro, when I tell you how mad I used to get when I'd watch AEW or ROH and fucking Commander would pop up, and I'd be like, this could easily go to Penta. Let me rephrase that. This is all disrespect. You can look at Commander, and like once you've seen him wrestle, I'm good. I don't need to see him again because it's always the same shit. Like
he does the same
Commander don't do
shit,
nothing enough for me to be like, you know what? I got to see him next week, right?
Oh man.
Penta, on the other hand, right? And yes, potting out of the Nike office, big money moves over here. But
shout out to Heartbreak Julio.
Shout out to the Almanac show. But I always thought that if you go back to Lucha Underground and you look at the way Penta was presented, for those that remember at that time, Penta and Lucha Underground, there was no better presentation than what he was on that program. And I really feel that should have translated everywhere he went to. Maybe it was just like I said, I feel like Tony Khan put his wrong interest in the wrong people, right? You know what I mean? Like, there is no reason why, like, Penta should have. I feel like Penta should have gotten multiple title shots. Damn, they're flying. Whoever that was.
Outside.
God damn.
Crazy.
about family, man.
Do we see Penta do we see Penta leaving AEW to go to WWE? There's also talks of him. He said that he can't talk about it, but there's something internationally that he wants to accomplish that he has not had the opportunity. A lot of people thinking this is Penta and Phoenix going for the IWGP Tag Team Championships, which that'd be dope. Don't really care, but you know what I mean? Like, who am I to tell you about your goals? But how do we see this happening?
Well, I think with Penta, is he still under contract with AAA as well?
He said that he has not worked with AAA in quite some time.
Okay, because I know like they're so weird of working with New Japan and the contracts of like CMLA and AAA in Japan is so weird. But yeah, Penta, I don't know like how Lucha Underground is. I think Triple H might push him that way with the production of WWE, how they got great production, and so bring him up as a big star.
I can see that. I can see what. Good point, Dom. I can see, and you mentioned this earlier too, about the NXT Mexico and all that stuff, like branching out, playing the long game. Maybe they do take that camera work they used to have in Lucha Underground and, you know what I'm saying, put it towards the NXT Mexico, or whatever they want to call it. And they put Penta as a star down there. But I think that eventually, if Penta goes, Ray Phoenix is going to follow. But the thing is, Ray Phoenix is going to be tied up in AEW for a minute because that nigga been hurt the last 2 years. So he got some time on that contract. So I don't know. I mean, Penta may be out there striving in WWE, and you're gonna see Ray Phoenix looking at Penta at the bar on TV in a sling. like on the Temptations.
You know, it is kind of, it's dope to realize how like both like in the luchador like contingent, like Dragon Lee is in WWE, his brother Roosh is in AEW, Roosh, his best friend is Andrade, Penta going to WWE, Ray Phoenix staying in AEW. Like I feel like they very much tell each other like, yo, it ain't shit popping over here, dog. Like, no, don't slide. Like, we're good. Like, I think somebody said that like part of the reason why Roosh never signed with WWE is kind of Andrade was like, nah, don't.
This ain't it, fam. Not right now.
I'm here with my life. Shit.
And obviously, the biggest news just dropped last night.
Your biggest
Trevor. Yes, Trevor. I've been praying for this day for a long time. And
the prayer, boy. Let me tell you the power of prayer.
Man, look. When I tell you, like, I had mixed feelings reading about Ricochet possibly giving his notice, possibly leaving WWE, because it's not a done deal. It's not an official that he is gone from WWE. I thought something could change in the next week or two where, like, for whatever reason, they feel like they need to keep him. But I had mixed feelings because the first part of me was like, I've won. I've succeeded. Like, we are manifesting. Yes, like literally, man. Like, but then the second part of me was like, damn, that means that he's gonna pop up in the Indies, and I just like I can't fully get rid of him, and I have to accept that, right? But Penta on WWEC.
Hey, Mika, chill out, man. Chill out with that shit. Don't do that. Don't do. I mean, but then again,
hey, if he's on WWE Speed, I probably will watch it. I'm like, should you see Pentagon?
That's what it's like.
Ricochet was there.
Yeah, I wasn't watching to see Ricochet.
And that's why I didn't. And that's why I wasn't watching WWE Speed.
I mean, he just lost it, but it's okay.
I know. One time for Andrade, man.
Andrade.
But let me separate my biases for. Let me separate my biases for real quick. Ricochet possibly leaving WWE. I don't necessarily see this as like a massive blow to WWE. The way I can describe this perfectly for how I see Ricochet, the argument today was Ricochet could have been a world champion. I never saw it in Ricochet. I've made that very clear on this podcast. But for me not seeing it in him, he has every right to leave WWE and prove everybody wrong. If he feels like he has missed out on something, and obviously right now, if he leaves, the marquee match, no matter where you do it at, him and Will Ospreay, no, if WWE loses Samantha, it's a wrap. They can call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to, like I said, when it comes to Ricochet, he has now the opportunity to prove what he clearly thinks, delusionally he's clearly thinking, but he's thinking that he deserves to be in a better spot. So passing the mic on to y'all, did WWE ultimately miss an opportunity with Ricochet, and can he prove elsewhere that he is world champion material?
Hey, yo.
I would say
Not a
no.
dismissal.
I would say no, but like Prince Puma's back outside now. We have to return to Prince Puma, but he was doing everything he was in the Indies. It would be like Ricochet going right back to the Indies, doing the same thing, but with no limitations of like how he was on Pro Wrestling the Gorilla and Dragon Gate Ricochet like that, and like how he was in Best in the Junior weights. So it'd be like, okay, he's back to doing his same old Ricochet shit, but with a better name since he went to WWE.
It's on you. Go ahead. I'm gonna take it last. I ain't gonna.
Okay, let's see. I
I'm trying
feel
to
like
find the words.
I should try to shoot this man some bail, because if not, it's gonna be all a dog pile.
Wait, you know what? Before you answer, Nolo, are you giving an answer just because nobody here sees it in Ricochet, so you feel like you have to be the devil's advocate?
I feel like it's way more fun if somebody at least has somewhat of a different.
That's fair. Give your political answer, and then you give me the real answer.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give you the real answer right now. Hell to the hell no. But if we go, but to give you like to shoot him some bail, like sometimes WWE isn't for you, and that though you may get a bunch of new fans, and it gave you a lot more exposure to around the world and everything. You can now take that and then go back outside and then do bigger and greater things. They might have a new respect for him. Prince Puma may be out here going crazy for all we know, and another company may view him as a world champion, and he could take them to a newer and higher heights and whatnot. So I might like super excited to see him outside. It's whatever, but I'm not gonna be like he can't feel like he his worth isn't higher than that, self-worth, knowing that he can't do anything. Like he can do whatever he like to, and I wish him the best. I hope he proves me wrong. That'd be dope.
ML champion Ricochet coming soon.
All right. So y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Go for
it.
Go for it.
Go ahead. It's about to be all sorts of niggatry real quick, so I want y'all to tune in.
Niggatry.
Turn that up. Okay, listen. No, it's a clear answer, right? The reasonings behind the no needs to be explained. Okay, Ricochet is an awesome talent, right? But I seen a post from the homie Lovely earlier. She was like, not all wrestlers are meant to be the heavyweight champion. Not any wrestler's going to get signed. Not everyone's going to be the face of the company. He not that dude, at least not right now. That's not his placement. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone plays a position, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I know that I'm an okay chef, right? But I'm not going to go inside the kitchen and try to be the head chef when I know my skills is not up to par with the nigga right here who got all these awards and acclimates. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga been cooking for years. But here I am. I know how to make spaghetti now, so I think I'm the head chef and I should be on the fucking can, my nigga. Like, you not Chef Boyardee. That's not you. Second of all, he's a mid-card at best, no matter where he goes, and it has nothing to do with his wrestling ability. That's just the placement that you have had since you came into the game. You've been a mid-carder. Now, when you took that mask off, like Future said, from Lucha Underground, that right there kind of was the beginning of your downfall from ever seeing anything as a face of a company, because you left Mystique. Once you took that mask off, nigga, like we saw your face, we saw the hairline was getting ready to go. We saw all that. So at that point, there's no mystique for you. So we know who you are. We know what you look like. There's nothing. There's no type of mystique there. If he goes to AEW, he's going to be the All Atlantic champion. If he goes to a TNA, he's probably going to be the digital media champion. Probably be top dollar. Or I'll tell you what,
he'd be world champion over there.
You're right. In TNA, definitely world champion. But if he goes to a MLW, he'll probably get the middleweight championship at first, and then later on get the MLW championship. In NWA, he would definitely be NWA champion. But I don't see nobody taking the belt off of EC3 no time soon. So he's gonna be the junior heavyweight champion, which is
not the junior.
So at this point, mid card is mid card, no matter where you go. Not saying that he mid as a wrestler, but put a mask back on, my nigga, and then we can talk.
I
knew Ricochet was Prince Puma. Like I knew he was Prince Puma for a while.
But with that mask on,
the Prince Puma character had such potential to be like the next generation influential high flyer. Like he just had like the mask gave him personality. And then he took the mask off, and then you just realize how much of a fucking cornball he is.
Exactly.
Right?
You don't remember Ricochet had long hair? You don't remember that we had the slick back hair when he was outside? It was slick back hair? The
Kentucky Chikara days, nasty business, dog.
Yes.
Nasty business.
Yeah, it was nasty work. I was like, man, this nigga had the slick back hair, just looking wild. Like, Ricochet?
Do you know how
insane?
You know how insane it is that when people bring up like, oh, let him cook on the mic. Nigga,
excuse me?
Why?
What?
We started talking with Underground. I was like, yo, this nigga ass.
Yo, we all know what it is with him when it comes to the mic skills. That's not him. He needs a manager immediately. 2
memorable promos. The shit that I just played. And when Drew bodied him,
easily,
clean. I don't know why people think. You know what? Yes, because then it would give me an indication. Like, if he brought the perm back, then I would know. Oh, he does not care. He about to cook.
Fucking need the perm for the hairline right here, my nigga. Like you just gonna have it right here.
One time,
it's good, y'all.
Raw, what's going on? What's
good, man. The perm, no. I don't even remember Ricochet even touching a microphone. I don't listen. Here's the thing. You just said it. There's no memorable promo. You already played the clip. That was it for me. When Drew bodied him, I mean,
wait, that was a tweet. Never mind. That was a tweet.
Do you remember?
He got good tweets. I give him that.
No, he had a dumb tweet. He's like, "Oh yeah, congratulations, Steph Curry, man. He's biracial like me."
Oh, I remember that.
I was like, "Nigga, what?"
Do you remember? It was when he was feuding with Velveteen Dream, and he did the flip over the ring or over the ropes and landed, and then he got. And then he got to Rick. He was just like, "Show me, nigga, what?"
I ain't gonna lie.
Like that old Power Ranger shit.
I ain't gonna lie. I ate that shit up. Pause. Like when that nigga flipped and he was like, "Show me." Like I was like, "Oh shit!"
The best part of that,
man. No, I ain't gonna lie. That was like, I'm like, that was fucking stupid. That was like unnecessary. It was like the most unnecessary bullshit. Like it was too much.
I saw my man Corey. He did a tweet, and it was the usual like who Ricochet can go against. And one of the names he brought up was Hook, and I was like, "Nigga, are you be fucking for real?"
Why? Thank you, JC. Thank you. That's exactly what you do.
Hook.
I'll watch it.
Hey man, hey, I realize
Ricochet versus PCO would be kind of crazy.
Okay.
Dog.
Okay.
Yo, dog.
Wait. Ricochet versus Bully Ray on the Indies would be
Trying to leave.
No, Ricochet versus Bully Ray on the Indies would be nasty work.
Hook. We talking about Taz son Hook.
Yeah,
Don't know if he
Taz
half
Jr.,
black,
man.
half Italian. Hook.
That
You know,
nigga throw
it should-
fucking hot Cheetos
The
on
chips.
Ricochet face and pin him.
It should be noted, right? Like, obviously, the match people want to see, and because of the picture that it was Ricochet and Will Ospreay. I remember in real time when they had their match at the Best of the Super Juniors and how fucking
Yes.
annoyed I was. And just because, like, it opened a dialogue about, at least from my perspective, of how people watch pro wrestling, right? I was very much on the veteran side. Like, this shit is ass. Like, nigga, you did a ballet flip. What does this have to do with you being the best in this match? But as I've gotten older, like I said, my opinion on Will Ospreay has changed. I do think Will Ospreay is the best wrestler in the world.
Yes.
You know why? Because he fucking improved, right?
Thank you.
Got better on the mic, got bigger in size. You know what I mean? What did Ricochet do? He got balder. That's all Ricochet did.
And more flips.
Yeah.
Listen,
I don't know, man. Dragon Gate Ricochet was nice though when he had the group. It was him.
Are you talking about the Dragon Gate group?
Yeah, it was him, Apollo Crews, and
Hawaii Nation.
Tozawa.
Yeah, that group was cool. That group,
Yeah, that was nice.
I liked Ricochet when he was teaming with Matt Sydal. I thought that they were a team that complemented each other well. And maybe that's what Ricochet is. Like, Ricochet feels like he is a singles wrestler, but in reality, that nigga needs to be holding the tag rope for the entire duration of the match. Like, don't tag
That
him
nigga's
in
need a
at
partner,
all.
man, who can talk and he can do the wrestling.
I don't know. Give me Ricochet versus Trey Miguel.
That was fine.
A lot of people don't bring that up, but I'm gonna bring it up.
They kind
I'd
of
rather
the
see-
same nigga a little bit.
See, once again, Burger King and McDonald's don't do that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's almost. Okay. Burger King and Wendy's, is that the same sandwich?
I don't eat fast
Not
food,
at
my
all.
nigga.
You don't eat fast food, but you get what I'm saying. But
This is the match I was about to say. Ricochet and Speedball would be a match.
that would be a dope match. But Speedball.
That's the thing he did with Samantha. Hey, never.
Oh, so ain't nobody gonna count the X? Katie, what's her name?
No, we are
No.
not counting the X. We ain't
No.
counting none of the X's.
Well, yeah, his track record ain't. Yeah,
I'll make
yeah, some wild ones, boy. He's a wild.
He's in a
boy.
race dungeon with Tesla, man.
Hey, I was trying not to bring up the Crimson Chin.
I'm sorry.
Let it cook, bro.
Boy, and I bet that chin's been places a lot of people don't want to care to talk about. But I will say this. Though. Ricochet and TNA, man. Let's get that hashtag going. I ain't gonna talk no more on the Tesla. Ricochet, TNA.
No, honestly, Ricochet in TNA would probably be the best fit. If he wants to be who he in his head thinks he is, then TNA is the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think he already has the built-in friendship with Moose, so he already got that connect there. They can probably do a little storyline based off of that. Him going to AEW, just not it for me. Like I said, outside of Will Ospreay, he would fall right into the same thing he's doing with WWE. And to be honest with you, I really feel like the best place for him to go would be New Japan. Like, him as the strong open weight champion, that's my ceiling for him.
Or no, you go back to New Japan and build yourself up like how Ospreay did, and eventually get better on the mic and come back to the States.
My man, if you want me to wake up on a random Thursday, January 4th, to see Ricochet
I'm not
headlining
doing that.
Tokyo Dome?
No, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, but someone else can do it. I can just watch it the next day.
I ain't doing
But the same thing about Moose, I was gonna say something completely off the wall. Like him and Moose was like kind of like lost niggas sometimes with the whole Tessa thing. So it was
the
like,
lost niggas. What the lost boys? The lost niggas is some nasty work. PLN, nigga.
Hey, yo. Yeah, that could work though.
Tessa, why your chin stink? But keep going.
nigga, this the lost niggas right here. Moose
Yo.
and Ricochet.
See those matches cooking though. Those matches right there. Rascal,
Moose with that lisp and Ricochet with a terrible promo. Oh man.
Oh God. You know what? Let's move on.
Yes.
Let's move on to tonight.
Oh, you know what? Before we move on, what is the probability that he stays though? Like there is that strong possibility WWE's like, you know what? You've been here for way too long. Might as well just keep you.
And do what?
I'll give him probability wise, I'm gonna say it's 40% chance.
Okay.
And for a normal man inside the ring, it's a 40% chance, but it's Ricochet, which means he has a 33 1/3 chance percent. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you got Samantha Irvin inside there. You throw that into the equation. Now he has a 12.5% chance of staying.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I honestly think that it's about a 40% chance that he saves. I would like to see him go, spread his wings, so to speak, but just don't take Samantha. Leave her where she at.
Heard. Yes.
Leave her where she at, my nigga.
She's doing her thing.
Put the
Y'all ain't
mask
married.
back on.
Y'all ain't
Go
married, my guy.
Put the mask back on and go be somebody.
Don't put, but please don't put Tessa's clan mask on though.
All right, dog.
Damn.
Okay.
That was Marshall Mike's mouth. Yeah.
As we continue on, in a short, little less than an hour and a half, we will be having NXT Battleground from the UFC Apex. Have y'all seen like the setup of how it looks?
I did.
What are y'all thinking about it? I was rocking with it. I'm not on this agenda that the Apex sucks. Like I thoroughly enjoy the Apex. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. I just something about the UFC or MMA fights on a Saturday afternoon calms me down. It brings a nice balance to my night. So I like the Apex and the setup, and I think it's perfect for what they're doing with NXT tonight. But what do y'all think about the setup? Y'all think it's y'all rocking? Do y'all even care?
Yeah, I like it. It's different.
I mean, it ain't that much different. The shit kind of look like I'm not gonna say the Performance Center. It reminds me of Full Sail a little bit, just a little bit. But I like the setup for it, and I want to see future events over there. Depending on how tonight's pay-per-view goes as a whole, put more events at the Apex because they ain't gonna do it but build the relationship, keep it strong. But I'm with it.
Nolo, what about you, man? What do you think?
I haven't seen the setup with the ring in it. I've seen it with like how it looks normally, like with the UFC ring, and I have never had a problem with it. And especially if you got like passionate fans actually in there who give a damn, it's gonna be rocking. So I don't really see like a downside with it.
Obviously we're doing our predictions. I am the current BGW predictions champion. There's really no point of this title defense because I'm gonna win anyway. But you know what I mean? It's just part of the game. I'm sorry, Nolo.
I just said that's wild, but it's okay. It's fine.
It's all good. It's all good. You can have your own opinion. But obviously we'll go through the predictions and go through each match. Starting out the ladder match for the inaugural NXT Women's North American Championship. We have Sol Ruka, Last Legend, Fallon Henley, Jada Parker, Michin, and Kalani Jordan. This is definitely the match I'm looking forward to. I think these women are about to cook something heavy. I feel like I said last Tuesday, the promo with Booker T being like extremely horny and
My man been horny for weeks.
Book been on it, like
that pink horsepower. Shout out the camera.
It took like, yeah, man.
Well, before we get to who actually wins the match, I feel like in these type of like ladder matches, there's always one person that stands out. They don't win the match, but like they stamp themselves as like the person to watch. And I think it's going to be this young lady right here, Jada Parker. I don't think she's winning. I definitely don't think she's winning, but I think she is going to have a standout performance. She's already kind of been like the standout person in the build-up to this match. But what do you guys think? Who do you think is going to be the one that, like, by the time this match ends, we're going to be like, that's the person that's probably going to be next up in line?
I think I'm going to go with Soruka. Like, if she does that, her finisher off the ladder, like, she's going to have like the Shelton Benjamin highlight of the match.
Soul Snatcher?
Like, yeah.
Hold on.
She do off the ladder.
The whole time that's the name of the move?
The Soul Snatcher, yeah.
Soul Snatcher.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Tyler Bates, man. Tyler Bates is getting snow snatch every night though, but that's a different story. That can go left field.
Mika said
I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it good.
He wants a safe match, man.
I don't
know.
Soruka. Okay.
Soruka was also my
Benjamin
choice.
Performance.
Yeah, about to say, I think she's gonna be like the highlight of the match, mostly. But I think all of them were gonna bring it for real. Like I think it was a really nice touch to bring in Michin, to have a veteran in there for the match, because that always helps like move things along. Because a lot of them are pretty young and not really. I don't think anyone's been in a ladder match minus Michin, I believe.
Hey, you know what? Fuck all that, man. Like, this is what you signed up for. I don't even want Michin in this match. I love Michin, but hey, get in there, get gritty. Get gritty with it. Like, we are talking about a ladder match. Like, you need to figure it out on your own. There's not always going to be a veteran in this match. It is funny that the veteran in this match, if you took Michin out, is Lash Legend.
That right there. That's shocking.
In this match, we got to figure it out on the fly.
That's my winner. That's my winner personally.
So you got Lash Legend.
I have Lash Legend.
Everybody got Lash. You got Soul Rika. I'm gonna say Michin.
I can see it.
I'm not mad at it.
And the only reason why I'm saying Michin, because for me, I kind of look back with title of the inaugurations, like the first time, first one of the title. There's always been a vet, someone. There's always been someone who has some type of vet type of status to it, right? And then you can look at the feuds you can build off it. Michin versus Jada Parker. Michin versus Maya, aka Kalani Jordan. Yeah, that's Maya. I don't give a fuck what y'all say, nigga. That's Maya. Okay?
It just clicked in my
head. I feel you. Maya, take it way back. I feel you.
That's Maya. Michin versus Soul Rika. I mean, but there's so many different possibilities, and Michin definitely deserves some type of a run. And not everybody deserves a title, but goddamn, if you're gonna make the first ever North American Women's Championship, why not put it on somebody like a Michin who's been in this game for a long time, who's spreaded her wings across these great states and outside the country? Why not? Come on, we talking about Dollhouse TNA. Okay, we can go all the way back. Jade. That the first Jade that I fell in love with. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm going with Michin. That's who I'm going with.
I like it.
Can I just say one thing?
Oh, yes, sir.
The only person who better not win is Fallon Henley.
Man, listen.
And it's not even because I dislike her. It's just that no. Don't do
it. Look, Sean is cross-eyed and it is not focused on a white woman. He is spreading those eyes to all black women in his
some chocolate.
Yeah, so I'd be shocked if it's Fallon
I'm the
Henley.
daddy sugar.
Nasty work, dog.
Find the ladder, sugar.
Nasty work.
I'm the last.
Nasty work.
No, he definitely drinking chocolate milk. That he leaving that top white shit.
So what
shit
kind
on
of chocolate?
the shelf.
You taking like a powder milk or like the syrup chocolate milk?
I'm gonna go with the syrup because that powder should be too cakey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me go back.
Yeah.
It may be that Nesquik though. Think
Nah,
about
shout out freaky ass nigga. So this is definitely syrup.
it.
Facts.
Yes, Keith. One time for Keith Lee, man. We missed him.
Shout out to
Yes.
Keith.
We here.
Yeah. Speaking of the NXT North American Championship, Obafemi defends against Wes Lee and Joe Kofi. I like how they just put Obafemi in triple threat matches so he can just throw everybody around. The last triple threat in Philly,
Fire.
certified banger.
Fire.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, like I said, you get two different opponents. You get Joe Coffey, who is, a good bruiser and everything like that, solid big man. And then you have Wes Lee, and there's really not much you can say about Wes Lee that we can sit here and praise Wes all day. But who walks out? I making a prediction. I don't think it will come true, but I can see the members of Gallus getting involved, and I can fully see an appearance from Wentz and Trey Miguel to help out Wesley.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
cooking over there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Put that shit in the pot, my nigga.
That's what I do. That's
Man,
what I do.
Man, what the hell your chef had at, my nigga? Like he cooking.
Left that shit at the crib, man.
You ain't got the booking hat today.
Yeah, man. You already know the booking hat's a legendary status here on BGW, but yeah,
Like booking hat today, man.
and then once again, if you do something like that, against all odds, the Rascals reunite for a match against Gallus. I think it'd be
You with
Cooking that
you
shit
with
up.
right now.
But-
you cooking right now, nigga.
but ultimately, Obafemi's retaining. That's my
Oh
prediction.
yeah.
I'll be
Okay.
winning. What you mean? That is my guy. He's about to be throwing all these dudes everywhere, including
What you
Gallus.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. How do we take the title off Obo is the real question.
Shit, I want him to do Keith Lee run.
Right.
Keep
Oh, you
that
want
belt
that
until he
double
wins the.
Oh, you talking
Win.
about winning both belts?
Yes, that's what I want.
I like that. I'm gonna say this though.
I'm not leaving Myra now on his birthday deliberately. There's only 3 members of Gallus.
Shout to my nigga
Like,
home.
you're-
Byron.
We gonna bring Drew. Drew gonna come down.
Yeah, shout out to the young goat, but
Yeah, happy birthday to him.
Yes, sir.
Oba is not losing this title. The real question that it need to be for this is who gonna take the pin, my nigga? Who gonna take the pin? That's
Joe
the-
It
Baby.
gotta be Joe.
It's gonna be the
No.
big white nigga.
Yes.
Yeah, it gotta be Joe Caulfield with them big ass calf muscles, because he used to play rugby and all that shit. So, yeah, I'm going with Joe.
Joe. Okay.
Joe taking the pin. Because Wesley just now coming back, you don't want to mess up his momentum. So
What
yeah.
Obo pin
That would
both
be-
these niggas at the same
He said
time. I
both
was about to say that.
He said pin both of them.
Like he steps on these niggas and it's like pose or some shit. Like, yo, this
That
is
should
wild.
be tough though. NXT Underground, Shayna Baszler versus Lola Vice. I kind of hope this match happens in the actual octagon, personally.
Yeah.
That'd be a great touch.
Or have like a
Actually
surprise
would.
appearance by like a UFC fighter as the referee.
Oh, Herb D.
Long as
Give me Steve Mazzagano.
they run the Rousey, I'm cool.
No.
You know, I
Kyle
wanted
Deep
to-
as a referee.
I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to bring up the point. Like I think Lola Vice is winning this match.
For sure.
just looking at both of their MMA records, Lola Vice is 4-1. Shayna Baszler, she retired her career at 15-11. I think Lola Vice is like the best import from MMA to WWE from a presentation standpoint, right? We have always seen like the same thing, whether it be Shamrock, Dan Severn, Ronda Rousey, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's this whole like the MMA.
He said, take that, but like you talking that back deep, my nigga.
Oh man,
he MMA too, my nigga. Go ahead.
I know,
bad.
yeah, but damn,
my bad.
that was funny. Fuck that.
The whole like MMA presentation, like, you know, I mean, it's always the same thing. It's like the real like grit your teeth type shit, right? But Lola Vice, like, she's bringing it up. Like, if y'all remember her time in Bellator, like Lola Vice was knocking them out, and then she would do a dance afterwards.
Yes,
that's how she was going.
This girl.
Yeah, like she was going crazy. I'm like, why are you twerking to Ice Cube? Like, this is crazy. Like, your opponent is literally twitching on the mat. Like, this is nasty.
Dying.
But like I think when I was reading something about her, she was talking about how like the end goal was always to get the WWE. So it's like she has the legitimacy of like the toughness in her, but she has the personality of a WWE superstar. I think the time has passed for Shayna. I think Shayna is very much like a good hand. You know what I mean? Like somebody that you slot in when you need the credible badass type thing. But Lola Vice, I think she should win this match by knockout. And you've now built Lola Vice to be the next. I can see Lola Vice after this challenging for the NXT Women's title.
That should be a good one.
I like that.
I'm about to say Lola Vice, really, even though I know they had to take Electra away because she went up to the main roster. I really enjoyed those two together. I thought they had a really nice touch even before they started turning on one another. But as you said, Lola Vice has been doing presentation wise, in ring, on the mic. She has been doing amazing things with the time that she has been given in NXT, and I think it's really only up from here. I think she's that NXT title shot, like a real one, not the one she got when it was in the triple threat match, but the one when it's gonna be one-on-one, and I can see her facing off against Roxanne at some point.
What's she got over there, dog?
I got a little Vice winning by knockout. Like, give me submission.
Make it tap out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, making the submission magician tap out, that's some nasty work.
It's cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's cold.
It's real cold as ice. I would like Lola Vice to win this match. A, because she's from Miami. 2, because she's Latina. 3, because she twerk after she win. And number 4, bringing back up your point, she's more relevant coming from the MMA background. You know what I'm saying? So you got to build your next big thing, right? I mean, we also forgot to mention Sonya Deville too. But I am gonna go with Lola Vice, and it's kind of hard for me to do that because I kind of rock with Shayna Baszler, right? The longest reigning AIW women's champion, never gave up the belt. She's still currently the women's champion right now in AIW. But if we're talking about NXT building new stars, then perfect presentation right there with Lola Vice. So why not Lola Vice? And I say Lola Vice by knockout, cleaning the clock. I'm talking about probably like a smooth kick across the head or spinning back fist. Matter of fact, do one of those moves that Shayna got those 11 losses in. That's all you got to do.
Shayna Baszler gets ass kicked a lot of times. So hold on, let me look real quick. Let me look.
Oh man,
So in the 11 losses, god damn, she was knocked out.
How
How
many?
many times
It's
you
like
get knocked
6? 7?
She was
I said
knocked
7.
out 7 times.
Oh, I was
7.
right. Oh, I was on the money. I was close.
He was, he was almost there, bro.
1
I
by
said 7.
submission and 3 by
Oh,
decision.
you said 7? Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely getting knocked out tonight, my nigga. she
Okay,
getting
never mind.
knocked out.
She got to. What's the point of her winning?
No, there's no
Like
point.
what Daddy used to.
Shoot her.
Put the gun down,
Her-
son.
Her second, her
Come on,
second
Lola.
last fight
Come on.
was a TKO leg kick loss to Hall of Famer Amanda Nunes.
Ooh, yeah. Like, my knee. That's what happened.
She got
Damn,
Peter Griffin.
Amanda beat up all around his friends and
She
her.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And her.
She went through the whole 4 horsewoman.
In a
they
match,
gotta jump her ass.
and they probably all still lose. In a match I don't really care for, but it's here. The NXT Tag Team Championships.
I knew you
Nathan
were
Frazier and Axum against the OC. It's gonna be a good match. You know what I mean? Like I can actually see this being the buffer between. I think the ladder match is opening, so I can see this being the follow-up match. Yeah, Nathan Frazier and Axum. I don't care at all.
I picked the LC and I just rocked with it because I said, why not?
Yeah, I want the Good Brothers will win. Like, why not? They won tag teams everywhere else. Might as well win the NXT championship at this point.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm rocking with it too. Let's go with the Good Brothers, Gallows, Anderson, niggas. I'm going with them.
Okay, yeah, we can move on. Nothing further to be said.
Who cares?
Yeah, at all. Now here we get to the pinpoints. NXT Women's Championship. Roxanne Perez defending against the TNA Knockouts champion Jordynne Grace. This match has, to me, out of every match on this card, this match has the biggest potential of like a domino effect. Because if Jordynne Grace wins this match and she becomes a double champion, I feel like this opens up so many doors of like a true partnership that, yeah, it's cool to see it like done in AEW, like obviously the constant CMLL, New Japan, but to see it on WWE programming, to see a double champion from another promotion is very surreal to see. That's why my pick is Jordynne Grace. I can 100% see Roxanne getting her lick back later on, but if we're going to build this partnership and we're going to build it up properly and we're going to do crossovers, the title needs to go on Jordynne Grace. You can have Jordynne Grace be this juggernaut for both TNA and WWE, which eventually leads to her being in WWE full time. There's no indication in this where I can see Jordynne Grace taking the loss and it working. It diminishes the partnership right from the get-go.
Yeah,
That's why I say Jordynne Grace has to be the one to win this match. Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
hey, Mika, check this out. Check this out, Mika. Check this out. Stop spewing that. Stop spewing in the side atmosphere because I'll be mad as fuck if I'm hyped watching this shit and we get a double count out.
Work.
Yeah, I don't like that shit with the cast of spells like Rita Repulsa and shit.
Or maybe like a DQ or something, like someone like run in and be like a DQ match. It'd be like, damn.
I can see Roxanne maybe winning, like by nefarious means, because she is technically the heel in this. So I mean, but I do agree with you. Like, if we're gonna go with our partnership with everything, then Jordynne makes the most sense with it, and then being the double champion.
So the out to this would be they kind of already set up something with what's her name, Tatum. Tatum
Paxley.
Actually,
Like I can see
She wants
her.
that belt.
She wants the belt, and maybe her being the open challenge for against all odds. But you can do that anyway. Like Jordynne Grace could win, and she could still challenge at Friday. But and to be honest with you, to me, Roxanne does not need the NXT Women's title at this point. Like, I'm glad she's got, but she does not need this title. I just think for a business standpoint, it definitely works a lot better if Jordan has it.
What you got over there, Shooter? Lee Malenko.
So I actually want Jordan Grace to win. And then like Jordan Grace wins, and then the open challenge, Roxanne gets a rematch and wins like the Impact belt. And like pretty much like swap belts.
Okay.
No, I like that. I'm gonna go Jordan Grace for the win. A dominant win at that. A dominant win, and I would like to see some TNA stars appear at ringside after Jordan Grace wins the title, and we get to see, going back to your point, a real partnership far as making this thing look good. Because if we come out here and do a double DQ and y'all done hyped up this bullshit, talking about some first time ever, TNA World Knockout Champion inside a match with and we do a double count out, that right there make me mad. And I ain't gonna be one of these wrestling fans. I'm never gonna watch the product again. But you're gonna have a hard time getting me to get like, tune in next week to see what happens. Like, no, fuck you, bro. You just sat here and sold me on this shit for weeks, my nigga. But I think no one has talked about the elephant in the room.
What's the elephant in the room?
What's that?
What if Sexy Red gets involved?
And she becomes the NXT Women's Champion? I'm with it. That's cool.
What if Sexy Red distracts Roxy and starts twerking or some shit, and that's how Jordan Grace wins the championship? I don't know. I'm just throwing something out there.
What if it's the other way around?
If she started twerking in front of Jordan Grace,
right? Start twerking and Roxanne get to roll up for the pin.
Exactly.
Nah, I can already see Jordan Grace. I'm the juggernaut, bitch, and clothesline some shit. No, but
Sexy Red.
Can you imagine Sexy Red taking a powerbomb?
Hey, bro.
That's
one way. Hey, that's one way to go viral. That joke be going everywhere.
Everywhere. But Sexy Red is already, Sexy Red already bought in the viewers. She's gonna continue to bring in more views. I don't know how long this partnership is with NXT, but keep her ass around just for purposes of having Booker T basically busting all over and stuff, Blue Chew and Pink Horsepower type shit. Like I don't know if y'all count. I don't know if you heard Vic Joseph. What was it like the week that Sexy Red was out there? If Vic Joseph's like, if Booker T stand up right now, this whole time, that's a tip over. So,
I heard that. They were the MVPs that week.
Yeah, they were hands down the best commentary team in wrestling, and I put that over Pat McAfee and Cole, which is crazy.
Without question. Without question.
They were going crazy that week.
Yeah, they were. Booker, I don't know what the hell that nigga slept at after the show, but it wasn't at home.
If that's what
entertainment, baby.
That's what he needed to do for us to get quality entertainment. I'm okay.
I'm with it.
And then the main event, NXT Championship, Trick Williams defends against All Ego Ethan Page. I want to apologize personally to Ethan Page on this podcast because
really?
I definitely 2 weeks ago said that this nigga won't gonna make anything of himself. And I apologize. I will admit when I am wrong.
You.
Accountability is key, man. Like that promo he did on Tuesday.
I'm proud of you.
I'll admit when I'm wrong.
I know you will.
Without question.
Ooh, because you was super going in on my man.
Yeah. I was very much like his ceiling is a TNA world title. And here I am predicting him to be the NXT champion. It's crazy.
Same. I was
the same way too, man. Like I didn't really get him in Impact. I was like, okay. That was the same thing. I was
Nigga.
like, I'm sorry. And like I've seen him live
Tell him,
wrestle many
JT.
times. We've seen him live. We watched him wrestle live many times in AEW, but it was like
That's what I was about to say. Like, nigga, you don't do that. We see this nigga wrestle every other month, and you gonna talk about, yeah, I don't see nothing for him.
yeah, I didn't. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. Maybe on TV, I just didn't see it live. It was like he wasn't really talking too much in.
All right.
Yeah,
In
I
defense-
don't remember. You just wrestling.
In defense, the last few years, if we're looking at like the North, Josh Alexander has been the best out of the two of them.
You're right. You're
That's
right.
no question.
Right?
That's without question.
Yeah.
And when that nigga was Karate
Yeah,
Man, I
but
was like,
no.
what we doing? Remember he was Karate Man for a while?
Oh, that
Hey.
shit was nasty.
That should never
I was like-
happen, nigga.
I
That
was
should
like,
never
that
happen.
That was his Shorty G.
I was like,
Hey,
I don't get it. Like, this is Karate Man over here. I'm sorry.
Hey, that should
But
never
I
happen.
want to see him win
You put on
like the
glasses,
championship though,
about to
because
demoralize your ass, nigga. Should never happen.
that doesn't work for me, nigga. That doesn't work. Nigga, I'm Thanos. That shit doesn't work.
We gonna hit the snap or something. But no, I humbly accept the apology on behalf of Ethan Page.
Thank you.
Ethan Page is a real nigga. Ethan Page, if you got the chance to see his progression over the years just on independence, you know how dedicated this like he is to this. Like my man's reminds me of Money Mitch in a way. Like, you know, so it's like I love the hustle, I love the game of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but his time in AEW was also Money Mitch as well, because that nigga was in the car crying. Like, anybody that's ever talked about me, looked at me wrong, or owes me money is fucking dead. That's exactly what he did when he hopped ship, went NXT, didn't even have a fucking match, and went right to the top dog on the card and said, "Yo, I want you."
No,
And
no.
you
so
hear-
that was
Go ahead.
he was Money Mitch in jail. Remember, Money Mitch was in jail and he got out and connected with
Yeah, you're right. My bad. That's on me. That's on me. But for him to come out, call his shot, and automatically in the championship match with Trick Williams, possibly one of the most over champions that NXT has had since Nakamura. And I'm only saying Nakamura because Finn Balor didn't have nobody singing his theme song. You know what I'm saying? Nakamura had everybody singing. Oh, see, the only reason why I'm not going to mention Adam Cole is because I really don't have a reason. I just don't want to mention this nigga. But,
You were what, Adam Cole, baby. That's it.
yeah, I mean, but I love that. I love Adam Cole, but I'm only sticking with Nakamura because people actually sung the theme song.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with motherfucking Trick Williams. But Ethan Page to come in and call his shot, not even having a match, just a promo. And
Like
here we
there
are,
was
Battleground. Guess what? I love Trick Williams, right? Pull the trigger tonight and put the title on Ethan Page and watch the wrestling world go nuts.
That's the same.
Watch
thing.
them go bonkers because they're not gonna know what to do. They're not gonna know what to do with themselves if that shit happen tonight. They not. Oh, that's my pick, by the way. Ethan Page, home team.
Also my pick.
My pick too.
I was gonna say,
So,
Nolo,
like
you were
NXT needs I think another male star. It's like I feel like there is none. The challenge.
No
Trick.
male big star. Like
Yeah,
yeah, I got you.
because like
I
the
got
Olive Garden nigga, he ain't doing it though.
you know what's crazy about this shit?
Oh man.
What's crazy? I'm sorry, y'all. What's crazy about this shit was me and John was backstage and Wale made it. I'm like, hey, dog, look who it is. The Olive Garden nigga.
Yeah, like he's right next to me. Like like I bumped into him. He stepped on my shoe. I was like, "Oh, what up?" He's like, "Oh, what's up?" Hey, and I was like, didn't know that nigga. I was like, "Oh."
It was like, I was like, damn, that's the Olive Garden nigga. He just stepped on your shoe. Because he know his name.
Oh,
That's crazy.
by the way, did y'all see what's the Brooks Jensen popped up at the indie show?
I seen that.
What do
That's
y'all
a
think
good
about
gimmick.
that, man? What do you think about that? You rocking with it?
Yeah.
I like it.
Little,
I like it.
Little Bull Buchanan.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
What indie show was it? I didn't see it.
It was like I don't know what promotion it was, but he like got into the character. He's essentially doing the loose cannon gimmick.
Oh, okay.
It is hilarious because you literally got Brian Pillman's son in the locker room, and you were like, let's go with somebody better.
You got that nasty lineup, man. Oof.
That shit is crazy.
Abomination of a lineup, man.
Abomination.
Oh, put a hat on, nigga.
I'm gonna skip Clash at the Castle predictions just because for timing's sake, because like I said, we want to get through everything else. But if we got time, we'll swing back to it. But let's go to the opposite side. Let's go to once again the B team in AEW. We got the hype for Forbidden Door already starting to cook. Since we are talking about AEW, I do want to bring it up because we did not bring it up last week, Nolo. But we did not mention MJF's return at
for a reason.
There was a reason. There was a reason. And that reason got solidified again on Wednesday when he cut that fucking terrible promo. And I had to waste 20 minutes of my time trying to figure out what we are doing. First, are we in the wrong with MJF? Because I feel like AEW has bypassed the need for his character and who he is.
I think he's just MJF. He's there.
Here's the thing. If you've been following his career and had a chance to, be around him, he's the same person. He just turned up just a notch, but it's the same person. He's still an asshole. He's still gonna tell you that he's better than you. He's still gonna tell you that he's the one that's putting money into the company pockets. He's the same character. The only thing different is they put a motherfucking wolf on the back of his jacket now in Burberry. That's it. There's nothing. There's nothing really different about the MJF character besides that he's in great shape. That's about it.
He is in great shape. He's very tan.
Yeah.
and you know what? You bring up a good point because, like I said, like I don't think I've ever been like a big fan of MJF. Just a little bit.
Not for long. Not for long.
Yeah, not long at all. Not long. It brings it in, right? We're gonna bring it in, right? Because obviously it looks like the potential Forbidden Door match with him is Roosh, right? And that's being put into a young child being put in a cage with a pit bull, an angry pit bull. Because one thing about Roosh, like his violence is just the epitome of violence. And that's not saying MJF is not going to hold his own against Roosh, but like maybe for me, I just was not anticipating this being his return feud when he came back.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you imagine, and I don't know if that's they're trying to keep him away from the Undisputed Kingdom to like build that up. And I like how they're kind of tied in that like MJF paid Roosh, or he didn't pay Roosh. Roosh is about his money, but like, is this a match that we were excited to see?
No. Let me tell you something. We don't care. We don't care.
Yeah, I feel like it's not like a pay-per-view match. You can put that shit on Collision or some shit like that.
Collision, Rampage, motherfucking Dynamite. You put that shit anywhere.
It's a regular ass TV match.
I don't know, yo. I just feel like this is his return match. So like, and it's in New York, so I could see them.
Big pop.
Yeah,
that crazy ass entrance, all that shit.
This
I just want to see
reminiscence of.
That's all.
What you want to see MJF beat Roosh ass?
No, I want to see Roosh beat MJF.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, well, yes, definitely. But this is reminiscence of Triple H versus Booker T at SummerSlam.
Damn.
I'm sorry I had to throw that out there.
Not that one.
But no, but think about it. There was literally no like what the fuck you fighting Booker T for? Like,
the Kings.
Damn all that. The Triple H didn't care about that damn King shit. The Triple H had just came back from blowing his quad again. And previous before that injury, he was beefing with Rated RKO, right? So why are you beefing with Triple H? I mean, why are you beefing with Booker T? And it had no correlation. It's the same thing with this MJF and Roos. Like, there's no correlation there. Like,
yeah,
there wasn't no previous beef. You didn't lead off fighting this nigga and got hurt. Like, y'all really didn't have no beef. Now that I think about it, was there ever a Roos versus MJF interaction before this? Go ahead, think about it. I'll wait. No. So there's no point for this match.
I think so. I think there was one, right?
I think there was one.
Yeah, it's like they're backstage talking to some. Yeah, they're talking backstage.
Wasn't it? Well, I don't know if they ever had like a face to face, but I know in like storyline, MJF paid Roosh to take out Bryan Danielson, and that was the reason why Bryan Danielson and Roosh had their match.
Yeah, but he got paid, nigga. Like, talking about you never paid me. So you gonna wait damn near 2 years later? Talk about a year and a half later. Talking about, hey, you never paid me about that shit.
Look at that nigga's hair. Do you think he makes decisions right off jump? No, like no. That is somebody that like bides his time. Like if in Roosh's mind, he probably didn't even realize he didn't get paid until like later on. Like, oh shit. Like,
they be doing shit over vibes.
I'll jump. Like I said, looking at the rest of the card for Forbidden Door, I'm just running. Like I said, we're not doing predictions, but you got Swerve and Ospreay. You have the TNT ladder match, which I'm very excited about. Lee Moriarty and Dante Martin this Saturday on Collision. You got Mercedes Moné and Stephanie Vacquer, which I think is going to be the match of the night. Tony Storm, Mina Shirakawa. Just announced last night, Zack Sabre Jr., Orange Cassidy. Just announced this morning, John Moxley defending the IWGP title against Tetsuya Naito. And then you got Jeff Cobb defending the world television champion against somebody. But I saw the argument, like, and I didn't agree with it, that Forbidden Door has gotten worse each year. And I disagree. I actually like the one thing I want to see more of in this card. I do want to see, and I know more matches will get added, but I do want to see more CMLL talent added to this, which I think they will be. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna tap in. But what do you guys? How you guys looking the card so far?
Yeah, I'm excited for the card. There's like a lot of matches I want to see, like the ladder match. I want to see like who's going to be in a ladder match, and probably be more CMLL people in that ladder match.
I like that. I like that.
That's a great match to insert them in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You know what I want to see? Now that this CMLL and AAA beef look like it's, I ain't gonna say it's squash, but being that they're able to work on the same card, give me a CMLL versus a AAA, or have them in the same match. Give me some CMLL guys and some AAA guys inside that ladder match. I know. I'm pushing it.
You want niggas to get killed. That's what you want to do.
This is deeper. This is deeper than
bloodshed. 88. You want to make some bloodshed now. So no.
Cartel gonna be right there at the match. Like, is that a no, but
not touch him. But touch the other wrestler. Don't touch that nigga.
No, but I like it. Have the Forbidden Doors got worse or no? I would say it's 50-50 depending on how you perceive it. Like for me, when it comes to these Forbidden Door matches, I don't want the obvious outcome of the match, right? I would like at some point to have a AEW guy going up against a New Japan guy for a title, and that title actually switches hands to a New Japan guy, or vice versa with a CMLL guy. Like it's come to the point where a lot of these matches are predictable because we know at the end of the day this is AEW's card, so they're going to put majority of their wrestlers over. But this year's card it's looking good. Jeff Cobb look like a bum. I can't unsee that shit.
That's wild. That's something I would say.
So to bring up your point, my one prediction for this card, especially when it comes to like an unpredictable title shot, I would have Mina Shirakawa defeat Toni Storm.
See, that makes sense.
Yes.
But it's not gonna happen.
I know that.
Like,
I know.
Okay, so like just to go off of that, I feel like just like in AEW period, like storyline wise, I feel like the women, they have the most interesting storylines that I'm most interested in. With that, what love triangle or whatever the hell you want to call it, or
They have,
the
like, the
Mariah
Tiddle
May on the phone match, and with Willow and Statlander, even though I don't know, I doubt they're going to be involved in this card, even though I feel like they should be in some way. I feel like those are like the biggest and most interesting matches that they have going on there that I am most interested in. Like, I know the card's gonna be dope. I'm not gonna talk bad about the card or anything. That's just what I'm most interested in, that they got me to catch my attention.
I'm with you on that, brother.
I also think that like this is that period of time where AEW's just got a lot going on, because it's like you got Forbidden Door, then you got to gear up, get ready for the Owen Cup. Like I said, at some point you need to start figuring out, like start building towards All In, which in turn you then got to build it into All Out. So there's a lot going on, but like I said, this is where I feel like AEW can thrive a little bit. And because we got 30 minutes, we're gonna hit it with the quick roll up and kind of get the rest of the game rolling. And the first part of the quick roll up, obviously, we don't have to stay on these topics too long, but Bryan Danielson, he is now entered into the Owen Cup, with the storyline being that obviously the winner goes on to Wembley to challenge for the AEW title. This possibly being his last opportunity to win a world title. Does Bryan Danielson win the Owen? And does he win at Wembley?
So he really don't need to win a championship because he's Daniel Bryan. Like, he really don't need it, but it'd be a good send off from him to win it. And like when he's like done wrestling full time this year. Is he done this year wrestling full time?
This is last
okay. So he won the cup and he gets a title shot, like when, like probably like what, in New Year's, whatever the New Year's event.
No, it's at Wembley.
Yeah.
Okay. So he wins it, gets the title shot, and then he vacates the championship at the end of the year.
I know Tony Khan be hyped for another tournament.
Mm-hmm.
A New Year tournament, a New Year tournament.
A New Year tournament to determine the AEW champion.
You know what? Him vacating in the winner of the Continental Classic winning the world title, that'd be dope.
That'd be cool. I can see that. Tony Khan be throwing out tournaments like Teddy Long throwing out tag team matches and shit. So
tonight is gonna be a tournament, player.
You want a tournament? You gonna go one on? No, but for me, Danielson, I could see kind of like Dom said, like, definitely winning the cup, definitely going on to Wembley, but with him going on to Wembley, he gonna end up losing the title before he retire. I just don't want to see no whole Sting angle again where he go out on top and we do the same thing that we just did for Sting. Like, let Sting have that moment. Let's not try to reduplicate that moment.
Do it in the same year.
Yeah,
and there's no point because he's not retiring. He's just not going to be an active wrestler, like a full-time wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
So I said it on the timeline. I'll bring it to the podcast. This was my idea that I think the finals of the Owen should be Bryan Danielson and Okada, and they have at least, I would give them like do it 45 minutes, just a classic. Let them cook, do what they need to do, and Okada beats him fair and square, like no nefarious means, anything like that. And Bryan, he does the sad boy shit. He's in the ring. But he looks over and he sees his op Nigel McGuinness laughing at him. And when
That
like
sends him over.
and that sends him over, and he goes over to Nigel and he slaps him. And if y'all remember, Nigel McGuinness used to have this look in his eye when like he was like locked in. He slaps him, and then you go from like this funny, joking version of Nigel McGuinness that we have gotten over the years, and you get that 07 killer look in his eye because it's like, yo, nigga, did you touch me?
Remind me of Dragunov. How Dragunov used to look when he was getting real serious and shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I feel like if there was one, and this particular pull apart brawl builds to Bryan Danielson, Nigel McGuinness, Wembley Stadium. Like I said, that's my want.
Okay.
So
Like it.
I'm with it.
I'm
That's
here.
cool.
I like it. You got me, bro.
yeah.
Yeah. Man, we could pick some shit up, man. You gonna crack dealer?
Goddamn, young Jeezy. I knew
Not in this lifetime, my man. Not yet. Not in this lifetime.
Like, nigga, we live. Why would I admit this on live? What are you doing?
You're a baker, of course.
I got baking soda over here on aisle number 7, though. If you look at my background, some China and some baking soda over there. It's also some sugar, too.
I just want to point out, I just heard something outside. So this might be my end day.
I saw you look over there. I was like, what's he looking over there for? What's happening?
He was like,
He was like, oh.
Continuing on, MVP and Big E just traveled to Mexico for to get stem cell treatment. Now, MVP has made it known he wants one last run. He's hoping that the stem cell treatment assists on that. If I'm not mistaken, Rey Mysterio used it on his knees to help get him back to like that form. And with MVP, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, get your one last run. But I don't think people saw Big E doing the stem cell treatment. And we already know the story with Big E. And it's one of those things like you just want them to live healthy lives. But do we see if this is successful, Big E getting one last run? Or do you want to see an MVP and Big E one last run?
yeah,
I'm rooting for everybody that's black, so most definitely I would like to see that. Definitely for Big E, because I think Big E, unfortunately with that injury, cost him, basically his career at this point. So I really hope they down there, getting the stem cell treatment and it work. I hope it worked like a sensu bead. You know what I'm saying? They get that in and they back to 1,000%. So I'm definitely with it.
Do you see like could Big E his return be probably the most emotional return just for like the way everybody loves Big E? Like can you see that like being like a tearjerker for a lot of people?
I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see people. I could see grown ass men inside the crowd crying. I'm talking snot nose, snot dripping out, can't hardly talk, all that type of shit. Yeah.
like the one nigga, right? The CM Punk crying guy. Remember?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Let me ask you, right? Boom. You're given an opportunity. You don't know he's returning, but how would you want the return? Do you want to hear the Wale entrance music, or do you want him to do like the New Day where he's like, oh, and he names the city that he's in? Like, would you rather? I feel like him doing the New Day version would hit a whole lot different than the Wale
New Day version, and then remix it into the Wale version.
Ooh.
God damn, Dom, you sure you ain't over here cooking?
I was gonna say,
a little bit. Hey, I'm like, yeah, all right. I tell my shit on camera.
He said he's looking for new customers. I feel you.
We need to do something quick with Big E because I'm just this storyline with New Day and Karrion Kross just nasty work.
I was thinking like if we do it, like when say Xavier's like about to like give in, and then that's when you hear Big E's do his entrance and everything. that's when he comes back to stop him from turning on him.
I take it. All right, yeah. All right. And then what about MVP? Because like, how we like him having one last run? Do you want it in WWE or would you like it outside of WWE?
MVP never got the TNA Heavyweight Championship that he was supposed to get. So if he does go outside, I love to see it in TNA. If he stays inside in WWE, I just don't feel like they're gonna put the World Heavyweight Championship around. Get what I'm saying? Like, but
tag team title with Omos.
Yeah, and speaking of Omos, nobody know my cousin that anyways. I ain't seen Omos since Mania. I ain't heard from him, nothing like that. Text him, let him know about the big nigga shoes that's coming out. He ain't texting back nothing.
That's crazy.
But I will say a TNA run would be cool for him to finally get that heavyweight championship. That's why I'm with it.
Okay. What about you, Dom? What do you think?
Yeah, TNA. I see him in TNA, but give me a Japan run. But nah. He's too old for that. Like stiff style. I want to see him get
About to say no.
He get folded like damn. MVP
That's strong style. They can fold my.
Yeah, I'm like shit. I be
you want
crying,
back on the show, bro?
I'm like, I wish for this, but damn, I didn't wish for this.
Hey, look out here praying for his downfall.
Just send him somewhere where he gonna be protected. Where they gonna say, "Hey, you can do this, but you can't do these moves."
Hey, look,
that's perfect fit, but TNA be better.
Him and Shelton could link back up Black Dynamite.
Yeah,
I mean, like do a little, like couple matches here and there.
Cool, I like that.
Nolo, what about you?
He doesn't need to be in WWE for him to succeed. Like, I really love the idea of him getting that TNA world title shot and getting back what was rightfully his, and what should have happened. But honestly, just like for Big E, I more want you to, if y'all want to come back and get it in the ring, then whatever the hell makes you happy, go ahead and do that, Jake. And if it takes you out of WWE to do such things, I say go for it.
Fair. President Hiroshi Tanahashi introduced a 10-point plan because if we're being 100% honest, New Japan has been trash for many moons now. My days of watching it on the regular, don't really care. Just I can't, you know what I mean? And I blame that 100% on Gato. Nigga sucks. Nigga has ruined a lot of what I've enjoyed about New Japan. I wish the worst for two people in this wrestling game: Ricochet and Gato.
Hey.
And on some days they're both interchangeable. So I'm going to read the 10-point of what Mr. Tanahashi has presented. Number 1 is talent discovery and development, evaluating the title belts, reducing and eliminating outside interference, increasing the prominence and status of New Japan. Can't pronounce that, so I apologize. But pretty much they're developmental. Strengthening ties with Stardom, strengthening ties with AEW, improving the live fan experience, improving New Japan World, improved treatment of personal information, and New Japan sponsorships. This sounds absolutely insane because number 1, I have not seen anything on this list that tells me that you're getting rid of Gato. And that's number 1. That is how you better New Japan. You get rid of the booking team, right? Obviously, the coming out of this list, the thing that caught my eye was strengthening ties with Stardom. I very much want to see the IWGP Women's title utilized in more. You know, I feel like in America, I think they said that Strong will now be. Those titles will no longer be defended in Japan. That will be an American exclusive. But as far as like everything else the improvement relationship with Stardom, just because Stardom is a prominent promotion in Japan. I think that's important. But in you guys' opinion, what is New Japan lacking right now that they need to get better at?
I think new stars. I think like somebody would be like the next niggas because like Okada left. Nato's still there though, but like they had Nato wrestling like a young lion at the beginning of the card, which is weird.
And then
now he's getting a title
for the
shot.
IWGP title.
Yeah. So I was like, what are we doing here? It's like, do we even care now? Like, I love Nato, but now it's like they're fumbling the bag with him. Like they have him all over the wishy-washy. He wins a title, lose a title, wins a title, lose a title.
Do you think? I was going to ask. Like, obviously, they had the Dominion card this earlier this morning. What do you think about like instead of them shooting for like Shota Umino or Yuji Tatsu, and guys like that? What about El Desperado? He just won the Best of the Super Junior. I feel like he is somebody that could probably bump up to the quote unquote heavyweight division. Do you think that they could put something behind him?
Yeah, they got it. Like he's been there for a while and he puts on good matches.
New Japan is missing 3 things. More women on their programming. Number 2, they need more niggas. When I say niggas, I mean people that look like me. People that look like Dog. People that look like Nolo. People that look like my nigga Nick over there. They need more niggas. Okay, that's number 2. The third thing that they missing, and it's absolute key that they missing, they are missing a strong presence of sex appeal inside of their work. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, we live in a day and age where, sex sells everything. I mean, look what it did for Sexy Red and NXT. Look what it did for AEW just recently. Just think about it. If AEW had a roster full of booger wolves, you think people be tuned in right now? If WWE had a roster full of booger wolves, people ain't gonna be tuned in. Okay, we need sex appeal. We need somebody that looks good. We need someone that can cross over, who can take over, who can have the type of worldwide appeal. We're talking about endorsements, baby. This shit is bigger than Nino Brown. Okay?
Shit, Tanahashi.
I'm talking about on the female side. Though. And also, like you said earlier, like that New Japan Women's Championship, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, we barely see women's matches on New Japan. It wasn't that long ago that was never, you never saw a women's match on New Japan. So they're lacking women.
They, like I said, and that's when you say like the sex appeal and everything like that. But like obviously having the talent to back it up is exactly. I definitely think if they were to restructure their women's division, I do think Mina Shirakawa is the one to do it. Like, she has become like a
big star.
Yeah, she's become like the one. Obviously, she knows her characters. You know what I mean? Like, she very much fits the mold of somebody like you're describing.
Another one too is Hazuki Suzuki, the girl who's doing the elbows.
Oh yeah.
She's dope. Like, she looks nice and she can whoop ass too.
Should bring Meg the Stallion over to New Japan. Like, that's what. Like,
I'll watch weekly, bro.
she loves Japan. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
she had the time of her life when she went over there.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to tell you that what they missing. They missing someone who's a crossover appeal. You're right. Bring Meg in there. I'll be up 3:00 in the morning. Locked in. What you doing up? Don't worry about what I'm doing. Don't worry about this. Taking notes.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and get that subscription.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing on the quick roll up, with just the quick predictions. Clash of the Castle takes place this Saturday in my home country of Scotland, taking place in the dangerous parts in Glasgow. Like I saw like somebody, they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be a real peaceful show." I was like, depending on what kind of niggas is there, because they can get violent real quick. If the junkies find out that they're a tourist, it's a wrap. It's gonna be nasty work. But quick predictions: WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, the Superpowers, Team Beautiful Black Women, Bianca and Jade against Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. You already know who I'm picking. Bianca and Jade.
Black
Team
women.
WW.
Yeah, they ain't losing.
Ain't no change.
No, nothing. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, Intercontinental title. I'm going with Chad Gable. I think it's time. I don't think we need a long run of the IC title with Sami Zayn. I think Chad Gable has done quite a bit enough to solidify himself as the top mid-card heel. What do you guys think?
I'm there with you. By Sammy. Sammy is a better chaser than he's ever been a title holder. You know what I'm saying? So, it's kind of, for me, Sammy's kind of like, a mixed drink. Like, you don't want to, put too much of that. It's going to fuck up, the mix of the drink. You kind of want to have it balanced out. So, Sammy cool for this nice little 2-month run. Put it on Chad Gable and let that nigga cook.
I'm with Chad. I think Chad should.
Give me Perk Gable.
Chad has showed us more
Perk Gable.
like Perk Gable. He's really shown like what he can do over these last year with Alpha Academy, and then with him turning. Like I think his there's like no limit to his character. So I don't want his story to end. That's why I don't want him to leave WWE. So I think he should win the IC title in Scotland.
Like it. Bailey versus Piper Niven, WWE Women's Championship. Bailey clearly is going to win, but I do think Piper Niven's is going to have a showcase of a lifetime in front of her people.
What you mean, your people, nigga? No, her people, nigga. It's your people.
Your people too.
Hey, look. One thing you will never catch me do: I will never claim Glasgow in a heartbeat.
He said,
those are the ops.
I'm with you on that, but goddamn, I would really like to see a Piper Niven pull a upset. Like, that'd be the biggest thing to talk about. And that's another person. I like Bailey, and I like her for obvious reasons outside of wrestling, but she's not the person that I want a long title reign with. Not that she's boring. It's just, for me, give me like a good 4 months, maybe 5. I don't need a full year of Bailey as champion. I don't. Give me about 4, a quarter of a year, or a quarter year, 3 months.
That babyface 3, man.
Yeah. Babyface 3.
The babyface 3.
Get it out of here.
Get it out the system.
Get it up out. And make her chase that shit all over again.
Like we've talked about before. Like, it'd be great if Piper won, but I like we all feel like that like it's gonna be Nia's time at SummerSlam. Yep. Yeah, to take it off of Bailey. So great showing by Piper, but Bailey gonna win.
Yeah,
I agree.
Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, an I Quit match. I need this shit to be bloody, and I need this shit to be violent. I feel like this is the easiest prediction of the night. It's Cody Rhodes.
Cody, baby.
Yeah.
It's Cody, but what if they pull that whole thing from, what was it, 90, 97, 98, and they try to redo it again with Cena with the pre-recorded taping?
Like, you talking about Mankind? I quit.
I'd be shocked.
I'd be shocked. Wild.
But look, I'd be for it. I'd be for the shot. But like I said, I feel like however this match goes will also indicate how the main event goes. And clearly the main event, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, the World Heavyweight title. I've already told Nolo because the day before, Scotland is playing in the Euros, and they're the first match against Germany. And for everybody's safety, I need Scotland to win, and I need Drew McIntyre to win. If both of them lose, you will never see another episode of Black Guy Wrestling Podcast. This might be the final podcast, because if I have to watch Germany destroy my team and then CM Punk possibly costing Drew McIntyre the world title
again,
can't do it.
I got you. I mean, today is the Puerto Rican Day Parade, so I'm still. I want Damien to have a long run, as far as like going into SummerSlam, but let's keep it a buck. I love Damian Priest, aka Punishment Martinez, but for them to go to Glasgow and not have Drew McIntyre win, I mean, it's one thing. That's nasty work. It's one thing. It's one thing to do it in Wales the previous year before, right? But to come to his backyard, literally his backyard, and have him lose, that's nasty work. So I say this is the moment we take the title off, and then we get some CM Punk interference after the match, as far as beating his ass. But this is what I want: Drew McIntyre Heavyweight Championship. That's where I'm at with it.
Dom, what do you think, bro?
Same.
Nolo, you're the one that's got to deal with the anger. If
you do, I do. It's fine. Because the sadness at Mania, that was hilarious. That was high prime entertainment. Watching you be sad about you called it. You called it like right before it happened. You were like, wait a second, what about Puck? I was like, oh, or Damien when he came out there. I was like, oh man, you look so shocked. Yeah, you called it. But nah, yo, not even nasty work if CM Punk cost him the belt. They might have like a legit riot there if that is how they go about it.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man, like I know how they get down in Glasgow. Like them niggas do not play. The one thing they do not play about is their countrymen. Like somebody will get stabbed.
Damn.
Yo.
Hey, tough break, nigga. Shit.
These wilding. Well, look, we have come to the end of the volume because I have to get home to watch Battleground. But before I go, my brothers, y'all have been excellent co-hosts. I feel like this adds to the Hall of Fame category of episodes. But my girl has already said that this is a must repeat episode, like a must watch over and over again. So you'd already know, anytime y'all want to come down and do another volume, the floor is completely open. Like I said, we got the watch list that we can do. But before we slide out of here, we do our thing. Please let everybody know where they can find you, what days they can find you, plug whoever you need to plug, pause, just everything you need to get out.
Want to go first, JT?
No, you got it.
Okay.
You know, big little brother.
All right, so we can find us, Marcus's Mics, anywhere. IG, the Book of Faces, like JT says. Spotify, iTunes. We got Culture Clash coming soon. That's in the wraps. So we got that popping and a whole bunch of other shit.
Yeah, I mean, basically, like Big Little Brother just said, man, Culture Clash Network getting ready to pop off. Definitely find us everywhere, you know, IG, Twitter. We got a TikTok. I got a Threads. I don't ever be on that shit, so don't expect nothing to be ever posted. I think I got it because I thought Twitter was about to die.
That's how most people did.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how to delete that shit. But find us
Apparently,
there,
like,
man.
if you delete the threads, you'll delete your entire Instagram.
So I can't. Damn. So that
Yeah, you gotta keep it.
So that shit,
Like a
that
virus,
shit
dog.
is, I was about to say that's
Oh,
just
shit.
like the Alice Tetch virus, nigga. Like, but I would say definitely follow us there. You can catch us every other Friday, depending on how I'm maneuvering and working. But it's usually Friday between 10:05 or 10:35 on a Friday night. Get Your Podcast drops episode every Wednesday. Of course, Powerbomb, Jutsu, they drop one either every Thursday or every Friday, depending on how the editing schedule goes. But we out here. Society and PC, Society Pop Culture 101, bi-weekly episodes. Catch them right now. They just had their season finale. They'll be back in a week or so.
And you already know for us, this Wednesday will be the return of the watch list, and we will have Ao and Lorenzo from Locker Room Lead. We will be reviewing Will Ospreay and Michael Oku from High Stakes Rev Pro. And next Sunday, we will have the Intergalactic Soul, Darius Lockhart, as he previews Ashe 4 here live on BGW sometime next week. So we will get that all set up for you. But of course, you can find me, PoeticScotland, on Twitter. Scotland_Underwood on Instagram. And of course, please go purchase my third book, Your Love Is Necessary, just been released a couple weeks ago on Amazon.
Absolutely. You can find me at Raleoftheleaf on Twitter and Instagram. Follow 2 pod pages on both platforms at bgwpod.
And of course, one time for Chaz, you can follow him at MyManZo on X with a couple underscores with that. And Instagram, ChazZoB, same thing, underscores between the Chaz, Zo, and the B. And DMac, you can follow him at DMacTardy on both X and Instagram. Everywhere. But unless we got anything else, fellas, anybody got any departing words?
It's not tricking if you got it, but if you got it, it's not tricking.
That's a real nigga way to end the show. I'll salute that. Nolo, you got anything?
Nope. It's been a great time. Thank you again to you 2 brothers coming out, being out here. This has been an absolute pleasure. And thank you, Scotland, for just being you, brother.
What'd I do?
Just being you, bro.
Being you.
Just being you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, the fact that it is getting dark outside and these lights are slowly turning off and it's time for me to wrap up and get up out of here for my safety. My brothers, we appreciate y'all. Until next time, we are out.
Peace out to my world.